Hello and welcome to another unboxing of a Hammond collector figure. Today we have the Concavenator. Now, hopefully the lighting's a bit better in this one, unlike the Ankylosaurus, but who knows. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that. But anyway, let's just get straight into the unboxing. So of course, Concavenator. The side is really dark. Let me put that back up. As you can see, it's got the Fallen Kingdom logo, because technically this guy was in Fallen Kingdom, even though it was only in the background for one scene. This is quite literally the entire screen time of the Concavenator that I was talking about. And then on the back, if we look on the back, it says Concavenator, recognized due to its distinct shaped spine. The Concavenator is on display enclosed in history as Claire visits Lockwood Estate. So yeah, it's literally in the background for like one scene, and that is it. So I'm assuming it's based on that. The other side has just got the normal Hammond Collection logo. So I suppose we should just unbox this thing. Remember when you're unboxing stuff to be careful and not stab yourself, because you know, that would not be nice. Easy. Alright, after a very long and painful unboxing, because for some reason this guy was well packed up, unlike normal. Of course, like all of these guys, you have one singular input to put in. So, we have to at least try. Alright, I'm back. I put the tail on. I'm gonna be honest, it was really hard for some reason, like it was not going in at all. This was probably the hardest one to put together, but I must say, I am surprised with this little figure. Let me just get a little bit closer. So, if it will zoom in this time, here we go, and let me just get a light over it. So if we look, this one, unlike the other ones, there we go. Or not. Here we go. You can see the eye is printed on, and actually it looks pretty good for a printed eye. Of course, its mouth opens. It doesn't have as good of a mouth to open as like the Carnotaurus or the T-Rex, but it does open. The teeth, if it'll zoom in a bit more, the teeth, as you may be able to tell, oh wow, it's really not wanting to zoom in on this. Alright, fine. Anyway, yeah, so the teeth, you may be able to tell, it doesn't want to focus on this at all. I've even manually focusing this and it's not, but there we go, that'll do. The teeth aren't a separate plastic like the Carnotaurus or the Tyrannosaurus, so there may be a little bit of paint over, but it doesn't seem to be on this one. It's got some nice colours, you know, it's got the spine that makes it a Concavenator. It's based off the Fallen Kingdom model, so it's got the 4 fingers, even though it should really only have 3 fingers. So it looks a bit, actually the hands look a bit like the Scorpius Rex's hands, which I can actually show you. So yeah, I'll show that in a minute. But if we put it back over here, and if we look at actual articulation, this is probably the best one yet for the articulation that I have. Like, its head, it can go all the way up like that. You got all the way to the side, both sides. Like, the head is really good for articulation. The hands also have wrists or arms, so you can have it looking unrealistic with its hands like this, or you can have it realistic and have its hands like this, depending on if you want accurate or not, even though I don't think this is the most accurate looking Concavenator necessarily. But yeah, so articulation is good, really good actually. Probably put the light back over it. Of course it's got the rubber tail. And the only problem I have with the tail, like a lot of these ones actually, is the end. If you have a child who has this for whatever reason, they will definitely chew that off. Like, I could definitely like bite that off right now with little to no problem. Of course this bit doesn't. And the paint job, of course, they actually done the nails, unlike the Ankylosaurus, which they didn't, which we looked at the other day. They actually painted the tail and then the clone nails on this one, and the claw nails, which is really good actually. Probably because the blue wouldn't have worked too well with the tails. So let's now quickly do the scaling as always. So I will be back in a moment as I grab the two things actually, and then we'll do the scale. Alright, here we have it next to all my Hammond collection figures I have currently, which is the Carnotaurus, which I'll do a video on in the future, and the T-Rex, which we'll also have a video done on it soon, and of course the Ankylosaurus, which you may recognise from the first video. And if you haven't watched this video, but if you haven't watched that video, please go check it out. It'll be in this, they'll all be in the same sort of playlist. But anyway, as you can see, I would say it may be slightly too big, the Concavenator, to scale to like the Carnotaurus and T-Rex, but I'm not too sure. I think it looks pretty good. It'll work. It's a small carnivore anyway, so yeah. The Ankylosaurus is definitely a bit too small, but I'd say to scale, they all look pretty good. You can barely see the T-Rex in the back because of how big he is, but look, he's all the way over there. That's a bit better of a view. So as you can see, T-Rex, background, Carnotaurus, second smallest. So we've basically got small, medium, large. Actually no, medium, large, extra large is what I would say, because there's also the Raptor, which I do want to get blue at some point. But yeah, I would say they all look pretty good next to each other actually. There's not much else to say about scale, so let's put these bigger ones away, like the Carnotaurus and the... So yeah, here we have it with just the Ankylosaurus, which, I mean, they look pretty good together. They're both on the same scale, size range, the smaller ones, like not the smallest but not the biggest. So they're slightly bigger than the human figures and the raptors, but they're smaller than everything else. And they look really good together actually. That they really, I'd say they fit quite well. Anyway, as I was saying with the hands, here we have the Scorpius Rex's hands. And I was slightly wrong. They don't look exactly the same, but they do have the same sort of feel. But yeah. Okay. So, that is basically... I picked this guy up at The Entertainer, which is like a toy shop in England. I don't know if anywhere else has it or not. I'm assuming they probably do. And I got this guy for £7.50, the same as the Ankylosaurus. Normally they're 15 quid in there normally, so I basically got these two for the price of one. And then on the internet these would both be 30. So I think I really got these for a good deal. Like, for what they are, like, they don't do any features like this guy, which costs 17 quid. So this guy, if I can get it in frame, the Scorpius Rex, he costs 17 quid, and he does stuff. But he doesn't pose at all. He kind of just stands there in one position and looks kind of bad. While these guys, I can make it look like they're attacking each other quite easily. See, look at that. It already looks like the Concavenator is now attacking the Ankylosaurus. And of course you can do stop motion with them and all sorts. So if you can find these guys for £7.50, pick them up. If you can find them for £1, 15 quid, you know, pick them up if you want. But if they're full price on the internet for 30, I wouldn't bother, because I don't think they would be worth 30 quid, to be honest. Like, they're cool, but it's expensive, but they look good. But yeah, here's going to be a little stop motion video to end the video. But other than that, that's all I have to say. So if you enjoyed this video, we're going to be doing a review on the T-Rex and the Carnotaurus within next week probably. So yeah, anyway, goodbye, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy this little stop motion I made.